For this session today. My name is Cara Edwards, and I'm a market advisor for the education sector at Enterprise Ireland and represent education in Ireland across the Middle East and Pakistan region, based out of our office located in Dubai. This is no doubt a very exciting time in your life as you embark on your journey to study in Ireland. And I hope that I can provide you with some helpful information and tips to prepare you for your studies and to help ease that transition as you move to Ireland. So for anyone not familiar, Enterprise Ireland is the Irish government trade agency and manages education in Ireland, which is the national brand responsible for the promotion and marketing of Irish higher education institutions overseas. So we're a government-run organisation and are authorised to promote Irish universities by the Minister for Education and Skills under the Ministry of Education in Ireland. So let me start by saying Ireland is truly a wonderful place, and I don't want you to just take my word for it. The world famous travel guide company Lonely Planet named Ireland as one of the top 5 countries in the world to visit, thanks to our stunning landscape and incredible hospitality. Ireland was also named the best country in the world as a result of making the greatest contributions to humanity on the planet, according to a survey carried out by the Good Country Index. As Lonely Planet pointed out, Ireland is a beautiful island, combining contemporary modern cities with an unspoilt countryside, offering cityscapes steeped in history and landscapes with a rich natural habitat. This image here is the beautiful cliffs of Moher, located in County Clare, which I highly recommend visiting when you get the chance. Ireland is also a very safe and friendly country, and in 2024, Ireland was listed in the top 2 most peaceful countries in the world. Ireland's universities are absolutely committed to ensuring that visiting students settle into their new environment with designated staff members that will ensure international students have all the information and assistance needed for an enjoyable stay. Simply put, we're a friendly, welcoming bunch of people, and that's why international students get so much out of the Irish experience. On arrival into Ireland, you'll be made to feel like a local very quickly. Ireland has extensive transport links to Europe and the rest of the world, making it a very attractive destination. There are over 400 flights a week leaving Dublin, Cork, and Shannon to London. In addition to this, Dublin and Shannon airports are currently the only US pre-clearance locations in Europe. Ireland is an island at the centre of the globe, and when you couple that with our strong transport links, it's the perfect location for exploring Europe and the rest of the world. From Ireland, it takes around 11 hours to travel to Karachi and Lahore, and around 13 hours to Islamabad, depending on your flight route. So it'll take anywhere between 11 to 14 hours to get to most cities in Pakistan from Dublin Airport. You can also see how close we are to the very heart of Europe, with only a 2-hour flight time to access most European cities. So I'd encourage you to take the opportunity to explore more of Europe whilst you're studying in Ireland. Ireland has a centuries-old tradition of educational excellence, a tradition that we're proud of and committed to maintaining. This is an image of Trinity College Square, one of the oldest universities in the world. Today, graduates from Irish universities are welcomed by employers in every industry and in every corner of the globe. It's no exaggeration to say that an Irish qualification is a passport to global success, as no matter where you choose to pursue your career, an Irish qualification will be recognised and highly regarded all over the world. So now I'm going to run through a pre-departure checklist and share some key insights, which should assist you before you commence your journey to Ireland. And I'm conscious there's a lot of information here, so don't worry. I will share a copy of these slides to be circulated by the wonderful team at Ireland Education Office. Okay, so in your hand luggage, make sure you have your passport. And it's also recommended to have at least 10 photocopies of your passport to hand, which you can then use when setting up your bank account and registering at uni. You should also carry with you original copies of your acceptance letter and medical insurance, and ensure to have photocopies of these as well and digital versions available too on your phone. You should also carry with you the receipts for payment of your tuition fees, graduation certificates, degree certificates, English test transcripts. If you're planning to rent a car, bring the English translation of your driver's license. It's also advisable to have cash, although don't exceed €2,000 initially. And just to be aware of, if you enter or leave the European Union at an Irish airport or port carrying cash of €10,000 or more, you must make a declaration to customs. Also, make sure to bring your credit card and bank cards with you. Both cash and card are widely accepted across most retail stores and vendors in Ireland. Once you've set up your new bank account, additional funds you require can then be transferred to that new account. Make sure you've saved the contact details for the international office at the institution you'll be going to study at, and keep a physical copy written on paper in case you need to contact them for assistance with anything. Also keep a copy of your accommodation information, detailing where you will be staying on arrival. This will help you to, first of all, get there, whether that be using a taxi or using one of the air coaches at the airport, but also it could be asked at the airport on arrival at customs. So I suppose just to go through some personal things to bring with you, Ireland has a mild, temperate, oceanic climate, so we don't tend to experience, any extreme hot or cold weather. Temperatures range from kind of 5 to 25 degrees Celsius throughout the year. On arrival in September, you can expect temperatures to range from 10 to 15 degrees Celsius during the day. The weather is very changeable. We often say there can be 4 seasons in a day in Ireland. So it might be sunny in the morning and then unexpectedly raining in the afternoon. So I'd recommend being prepared for the weather. So pack raincoats, waterproof shoes, umbrellas and hoodies, anything that might help you stay dry in case it does rain. Bring any personal electronics that you'll need: phones, notebooks, tablets, data cables, power converters, and also ensure to pack any medication or medical supplies that you might require. Particularly if you take prescription medicine, make sure you have enough to last you the first few weeks until you can meet with a doctor in Ireland to get your prescription renewed. There are a lot of pharmacies and supermarkets where you can buy over-the-counter medicine, to help with colds, hay fever, and whatnot. In terms of accommodation that you'll be moving into, think about the daily necessities that will help you to settle in, such as towels, kitchenware, books, stationery, cosmetics, skincare, etc. Anything that would be useful to bring and that you kind of generally use on a daily basis. On screen, you will see a list of prohibited items. So these are items you absolutely cannot bring with you. So this includes weapons, obscene materials, plants and animals, so no flowers, bulbs, pickles, animal carcasses. This is in place to protect our natural habitat and also our agricultural industry in Ireland. No drugs and also no food, so dairy products and meat products from countries outside of the European Union are prohibited. So in terms of what to expect when arriving at an Irish airport, the immigration officer is going to ask you some basic questions related to your stay. You need to be able to present any necessary documents to the immigration officer explaining the purpose of your visit. It's your responsibility to ensure that you carry all your documents. And this includes, but absolutely is not limited to, your passport, your visa, boarding pass, travel itinerary, proof of sufficient funds, health insurance that covers the duration of your intended stay, details of your accommodation, which I already mentioned, an invitation letter that helps explain the purpose of your visit. And even if you have a valid visa to Ireland, the immigration officer may refuse you entry if they're not satisfied with your documents and your explanation. So just be prepared and have all these documents at hand. So in terms of powering your devices as you travel, most international flights and on modern planes will have USB sockets on the plane, which will enable you to charge your device during the journey. But make sure you carry any battery power packs in your hand luggage. So these cannot be packed into your check-in bags, and airlines are very strict about this. The standard voltage in Ireland is 220 to 230 volts. A British standard 3 square pin plug is used. If you transfer through other European city airports, you may need to use a European standard conversion plug. In most cases, you can use an adapter plug, but it is still recommended to purchase a new charger or charging cable upon your arrival. So that covers off, what you should consider before traveling to Ireland. Now I'm just going to share some insights that you might consider after your arrival in Ireland. So there are a wide range of supermarkets and stores where you can buy food, clothes, household goods, and any other daily essentials. I suppose some of the main ones include Tesco, which has a very wide variety of products at different price points. Overall, it's cheaper than Dunnes. You'll also find that Tesco has numerous locations, express locations, which are smaller, with more limited items, but they're great for convenience. Lidl and Aldi offer a wide range of products at a cheaper price, and they are particularly good for basics. Dunnes Stores has the largest variety. There are also a number of express locations. They have ready-made meal options, and they can be great for picking up lunches and convenient dinners. In some of the larger Dunnes stores, you can get household items and clothes as well. Fresh have a number of stores across Dublin with a nice deli where you can get sandwiches, fresh salads, and hot food. So really good for lunch options. They also have a great vegetarian and vegan selection, and they cater very well to different dietary requirements. In terms of South Asian food, all cities and most towns will have an Asian food store with a wide selection of herbs, spices, rice, usually offering, variety of kind of value options as well. So to buy household products, I would recommend IKEA as a kind of one-stop shop for everything that you'll need. From bedding, lamps, furniture, pots, pans, any other kitchen utensils, and they offer products at a low price. So it might be a good idea to do a kind of initial trip to IKEA to get all your main bits. Dunnes Stores, which I mentioned, also has great homeware. TK Maxx offers branded products at a lower price. So again, you can get some furniture, cutlery, glassware, and rugs from TK Maxx. So in terms of public transport to get around Ireland, so it's really important that you apply for a Leap card, and you can do this on arrival. The Leap card is a bus card used in Ireland, which can be directly used on the Luas, which is Dublin City's tram service, Bus Éireann, which is the intercity bus service, and DART, which is our light rail train service. It makes getting around much easier and much more convenient rather than having to buy tickets all the time. It also caps at a certain amount each day if you're going on multiple journeys. And as it is a student Leap card, you get a reduced fare price as well. You can also use the student Leap card to receive a student discount in many places. If you check the Leap card website, it'll give you more detail on where you can avail of these offers. So in terms of getting that Leap card, most Irish institutes will have on-site applications and cash processing during the orientation week. Otherwise, you can apply online if you visit the website there on screen, studentleapcard.ie, or you can search for Leap card branches via the Leap card website. So in terms of opening a bank account, if you're staying in Ireland for a year or more, you'll need a local bank card. Most international students choose either Bank of Ireland or Allied Irish Bank, usually referred to as BOI or AIB, both of which have many branches and ATMs all across Ireland. And there is a student account option when opening accounts. Generally speaking, BOI has basic materials to open an account. AIB requires students to have a residence permit to open an account. So just in terms of the documents needed to open a bank account, valid passport, admissions offer, school certificate letter, which will be issued by the international office for opening a bank account. So ask your international office about this. Proof of funds. You can make an appointment online or by phone for an account opening service. Record the appointment time and business outlet address. Bring all the materials to the bank on the scheduled date. The bank will review your information and send the bank card to the address you left by mail. The bank card and bank card password will generally be mailed in 2 separate letters. You can then activate the card at an ATM and change the password in time. If your family needs to use an international wire transfer to send you funds, remember, get your new bank to give you the SWIFT code, IBAN, and information for your new account. You may also check account information by logging onto the official website, and both AIB and Bank of Ireland have apps that allow you to do online banking, and usually you can access all of your information there. So you'll have it at hand on your smartphone. So SIM cards. So WhatsApp is widely used in Ireland, and you can access Wi-Fi on campus, at coffee shops, restaurants. It's widely available. Check with your international office, as Vodafone often have free SIMs for new students through some universities. But this just gives you an idea, I suppose, of the different costs per month for different phone bundles. There's a lot of range there, so you can see 48 is kind of the lowest cost network starting at £12.99, and then there's Tesco Mobile, there's Air Mobile, there's Three and Vodafone and Virgin. They are some of the more popular networks to go with. But see with your international office if they have anything they can offer you, and just check what's included in each of the bundle in terms of call minutes, data, international calls perhaps might be important so that you can ring home. But there's a lot of variety there in terms of different networks that you can go with. So the Irish Residence Permit, or IRP, will allow you to stay in Ireland for more than 90 days. The first IRP registration needs to be made with the local immigration office, and you should register with the immigration office before the date stamped in the passport at the port of entry or airport expires. So the proof of IRP registration should be issued no later than 7 days prior to your immigration service delivery appointment. You can find more information at irishImmigration.ie. As I mentioned, we'll share this slide deck with you, so you'll have the link directly. The general processing time is about 5 to 10 days for your Irish residence permit. And if you do not receive it after 10 days, please inquire with immigration's support at justice.ie. Sorry, I didn't mean to skip this one. So just to kind of talk about a little bit about fraud, so avoiding fraud, as you would in any country, it's important to, be vigilant, have your wits about you. International fraud recovery is difficult, and you should be vigilant when encountering any of the following red flags. If you have any concerns about accommodation rentals or transactions, check with your student services office at your institution. Watch out for any phone calls from government officials. It's very unlikely in Ireland. Accommodation scams. So make sure you view the inside of any potential rentals, meet with other tenants, check with student services if they know the landlord, check what the deposit requested. Is it an unusual amount, or is it an unusual way that they're asking you to send it? Pay by bank draft if possible, and get a receipt. There's some more information if you visit the website internationalstudents.ie, and it's about knowing your rights around scams and fraud. Be careful of any low exchange rates offered through private exchange offers. If a situation, maybe an offer or rent request does not seem right, check. Also look out for any kind of abnormally high paying part-time jobs. €12.70 per hour is the minimum wage for anyone above 20 years old, or 20 and above. Also just watch out for, any unknown website links or text requests, private numbers. If you're not familiar with them, don't follow the link. There can be a lot of scams via text. So I suppose, in terms of some of your Pakistan-Ireland connections, there are various groups you can join, various websites you might look at. So I'm going to share the links, and I might be able to put them in the chat after this so you can have a visit. But you'll see there's the Pakistani Irish Community Portal for Pakistanis living in Ireland. There's a Pakistani Community in Ireland Facebook group where people often post, questions or look for advice. There's Pakistanis in Ireland Twitter. There's also a list of mosques in the Republic of Ireland and prayer centres. Also, there's a Pakistan Ireland Business Council and the Pakistani Student Association of Ireland Facebook page. So I'd encourage you to visit all of these ahead of going, ahead of your journey, and you might pick up further kind of tips and advice that might be helpful. There's also various resources that are going to, Education in Ireland resources that are going to give you more insights into studying in Ireland. We have some stories from prior students about their experience. There's a blog as well, a YouTube channel, and there's also specifically some stories from Pakistani students in Ireland. So I will share these links with you so you can have a look at those. So, as I mentioned, you have a really exciting time ahead of you. And I suppose just to kind of finish off with these last few slides, I'd like to highlight how Ireland really is a market of opportunity for students studying there. Ireland has the youngest population in Europe. The population is forecast to increase to almost 6 million by 2040. Ireland also has one of the most educated workforces in the world. The share of 30 to 34-year-olds in Ireland with a third level qualification is 56.3% compared to an EU average of 40.7%. Ireland's education system is amongst the best in the world. It ranks in the top 10 globally as an education system that meets the needs of a competitive economy. Ireland is implementing a comprehensive, forward-looking national skills strategy and action plan for education, which aims to make Irish education and training the best in Europe by 2026. As a result of these figures, Ireland has been chosen by world-leading companies and is the European hub to over 1,500 leading multinational companies. This is why the post-study work opportunities are very, very strong. Ireland has a proven track record as a successful location for world-leading, established and high-growth multinationals from all around the world. 1/3 of these multinational companies in Ireland have had operations in the country for over 20 years, illustrating the longevity, resilience and commitment that they have to Ireland. Companies who require a skilled, educated and highly capable workforce to drive their success choose to locate in Ireland. In fact, Ireland has been chosen by 9 of the top 10 technology companies, all of the top 10 pharmaceutical companies, the top 5 global software companies, 14 of the top 15 medical technology companies, 8 of the top 10 industrial automation companies, and 8 of the top 10 financial services companies. So as mentioned, over 1,500 FDI giants across ICT, social media, pharmaceuticals and finance have made Ireland the hub of their European operations, with names such as Google, Apple, LinkedIn, Twitter, Stripe, Pfizer, Amazon, and Intel to name but a few. So again, just to emphasize, the post-study work opportunities are really, really strong. At undergraduate level, you likely will have the opportunity to undertake work experience in your third year of your studies, again, really increasing your employability. And in masters, there might be opportunities, and postgrad degrees, there might be opportunities to work on live projects, or again, there might be some work experience element to your program. In addition to having all of these world-class companies in Ireland, the Irish government invests close to €800 million annually in research in Ireland's higher education institutions. The impact of this funding is that Ireland's higher education institutions now lead the world in an increasing number of fields. Ireland is 12th in the world for scientific rankings for overall quality of scientific research. Ireland also ranks highly in fields such as first for immunology, second for agricultural sciences, third for nanotechnology, and fifth for material sciences. It's an exceptional level of collaboration between industry, academia, state agencies, and regulatory authorities that helps to drive Ireland's dynamic R&D sector. Here you can see where all of these companies have come from to set up in Ireland. And as you can see, they come from every corner of the globe to build their business there. The Irish government is keen to build on this success. And Innovation 2020, Ireland's strategy for R&D, science and technology, set out priority research areas across 6 themes: ICT, health and well-being, food, energy, climate action and sustainability, manufacturing and materials, and services and business processes. So in Ireland, you'll also have the opportunity to earn while you learn. If you're an international student, you're entitled to work up to 20 hours per week during term time and up to 40 hours per week during holiday time. And you do not require a work permit if you're a full-time student. And as I mentioned, the minimum wage is £12.70 per week. Ireland also has very generous stay-back visa options for international students studying in Ireland. The stay-back option for undergraduate students qualifying in Ireland with a level 8 honours degree is a maximum of 12 months, and the stay-back option for masters and PhD students qualifying in Ireland with a level 9 award is 24 months. So thank you so much, everyone, for joining today's session. I can't emphasize enough, Ireland is one of the best education systems in the world, renowned internationally for academic quality. This long-standing reputation for high-quality education is built on our strong commitment to excellence. Ireland is the only native English-speaking country in the Eurozone. We offer the highest quality education, an investment for life. We produce unique graduates, creative, innovative, and ready to work. Ireland is globally connected, and as I mentioned, is home to many of the world's top high-performance companies. And Ireland really does offer a fun and active student life in a friendly, safe, and welcoming environment. And as I mentioned, it also offers students the ability to work part-time while studying, and then also has very generous stay-back work visa options. So I'm confident that you're going to get a lot out of the student experience in Ireland. So thank you so much to Ireland Education Office, and I'm very happy to take any questions if there are any
So thank you so much, Cara, for the detailed insight, and we really appreciate you. On behalf of everyone, I want to extend our heartfelt thank you to you for being with us today and for sharing such detailed and valuable insights. And your expertise has provided our attendees with a wealth of knowledge, and with this undoubtedly help and them as embark on their educational journey in Ireland. We truly appreciate the time and effort you have taken to guide the sport and our participants. Your contribution have been made this session incredibly informative and impactful. So as we understand, the moving in new country, especially for your education, it's can be both thrilling and daunting. This session is designed to answer some questions and address any concern and provide with the information. So if anyone, please, you have any question, you can ask right away, and because we have our expertise with us. So we tried our best to address your questions. So if anyone have any question, please, you can ask.
We must have covered it in great detail, which is good news. But really, just to add, I'd like to wish you all the best on your journeys to Ireland and with your studies. And as I've emphasized, you're going to have a wonderful time. I'll share all of these resources so you have access to all of the links and all of the information. And if there are any specific queries, please feel free to get in touch with Ireland Education Office, and they can pass them on to me, and we'd be very happy to address them anytime.
Perfect. As we conclude today's session, I want to thank you for all your participants and active engagement. Your journey to Ireland is just beginning, and I hope this session has provided you the valuable insights and make you most of it. Please feel free to reach out, and if you have any further questions or needed additional support, we are here to help you on every step of the way. Wishing you all the best in your upcoming adventure, safe travel, and we look forward to hearing about your experience in Ireland. And thank you again, Cara. It's really helpful. Have a great day.
My pleasure. Thank you so much. Have a great day, everyone. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.